Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Junk Journal Round Robin here at Studioloo. This is the November Everyday Ephemera Making Challenge I'm hosting with Mary Ellen at RedParrot and Chell at ChellesCreativeChaos. More descriptions down below in the description box. So this is from Mary Ellen and this is from Chell. So let's pop this one open first. I see puzzle pieces. Okay. We've got browns, blacks, and sort of orangey tones. And then in here, we have a hummingbird. Oh, cool. And it's a chipboard kind of day. That's fun. Well, that's not chipboard. That's like just kind of thick card. Okay, so first thing is first, I need my knife. I typically, when I work with puzzle pieces, I like to shave them down just a titch. Usually you can split the layers, you can split the plies, but sometimes they don't like that, but sometimes they're okay. We'll see. If this freaks you out, I'm sorry. I can assure you I'm not putting a lot of pressure on the knife, so I'm not going to like gouge it toward my hand or anything. I know it can kind of bother some people to watch others working with those box cutter type knives. So we're just kind of peeling away the plies here because we want to keep the front, but we don't want the width. I am filming this on my daughter's birthday. It's been a good day. I'm very tired though. Okay. Just a little bit of delicate kind of peeling. It's been a whole day of excitement and grandparents, and both my kids have been very wild today. Understandably so. I did take a nice little walk out to the park, and that was good. Three, and then the fourth. Okay, good. Now I need some green and I need some background, so I'm going to take just a titchy little break. Alrighty, so I grabbed this book page to be my background, and I grabbed this book, Shrubs in Color, which is a beautiful book, and I need to find, well, yeah, I do need to find something, but I think what I'll do is first kind of get a bit of a layout for the background here. So what this is saying to me is this wants to kind of represent a tree bark. Also, in other exciting news, maybe for me, maybe not for everyone, I have a tiny little jumping spider living on my desk. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but I'm pretty excited about it. He's so cute. Jumping spiders are really cool. Like, they're very interactive little spiders. If you look at them up close and you see their adorable little faces and eyes. I know some people are scared of spiders, but jumping spiders, don't be scared of them. They're harmless and they're really cute. And they do this thing with their little legs that they will interact with people. Like, if you raise your finger a couple of times and, you know, not too loudly, like, they'll do the same thing, like they model your actions. It's really interesting. So we have that tree in the background that I quite like, and I'm trying to think about how this would kind of represent a tree. And our hummingbird here, we need like some foliage to make this work. And actually, you know, this front page might be just fine for this project, because we have a good amount of variety. Scissors. I'm just going to cut a piece off, and then we're going to just need to fussy cut it out a bit here. My house is so nice and quiet now, but it's been a bit of a wall of sound most of the day. So I am quite happy to just be kind of hanging out. Whoops. Been a strange and interesting week in this area because we've had Taylor Swift doing her week of shows in downtown Toronto. So, like, everybody is talking about Taylor Swift, and that's fine. I have no real issue with her. She's quite a charitable and lovely person. But it's just been hearing about it a lot. It's one of those funny things. I think I'm starting to really be looking forward to the holidays, because I just kind of feel like I want a reset. I want a break. This year has been quite an exhausting year. There's been a lot of ups, but also a lot of stress for me. None of it home related. Okay. But we all have, you know, trials somewhere, right? So, thankfully, I managed to get through them on the most part. All right, let's get rid of the scraps. Now, we need something for our hummingbird to be kind of showing interest in here. And then also, I need to be able to marry these together in some way. Okay, we need another one of these. Okay. Sorry, I know this is a bit of fussy cutting. So my daughter got an Instamax camera. So I'm going to be teaching her a little bit about how to do photography not in a digital setting when you have limited picture. So you have to actually think about composition like back in the day when we had film cameras. And I've been showing her some spreads of how people do memory keeping, because I think, you know, when you have photos, paper or sticker or whatever, you know, like you, at least for a kid who's used to just taking digital photos and having like no boundary, but also no need to worry about like the footprint of these things she's creating. Now she'll be creating these physical pictures, so she'll have to think about like what to do with them. You can't just, you know, stick them all over the walls or something, right? So that is the next project, to figure out what kinds of pictures she's interested in, because she's been expressing interest in wanting to be a photographer lately, which is cool. And she has been using her Posca pens for most of yesterday and a good amount of today. She's been drawing on some wood panels that I gave her that she primed with gesso. She made some handprint art for both of her grandparents, and that was nice. I got her some camping gear. She got a set of 2 headlamps for so that she can mount her light on her head when they're going for night walks, and she liked that. Okay, so now this, I'm hoping I can get it to sort of make this overall thing feel a little more like a foliage type plant. I think with ink it's going to improve even more, but I think we've got to take the plunge and glue things down a little bit before I'm going to get what I want out of this piece. So that's what we shall do. I need to refill this glue bottle. My son got some birthday presents today too, because his birthday is at the end of this week. So his aunt and uncle sent him this amazing marble race set, and he was over the moon. He knew exactly what it was the minute he opened the box that it was in and just saw the outside of the box. He's like, "That's a marble race." He was like so into it. So we had to put it away right away. Or sorry, put it together right away. Oh my goodness. Put it away. And he's up there playing with it right now. Okay. I think my daughter's just taking some much needed quiet time in her room now. Kind of mellowing out after quite an exciting day. That's what I plan to do shortly. I have a whole customer thing to deal with in the morning, and then I have a bunch of studying to do, a bunch of training to do. Okay. So that gets the plant bits down. Now we need to add these pieces of puzzle. Okay. I'd also like to just say thank you to all my new subscribers who have stopped by. We've reached the 3,000 subscribers mark, and that's really awesome. Okay, and this puzzle piece. Also, we're getting so close to being done this junk journal round robin. Another successful junk journal round robin. All right, let's glue down our little hummingbird. I was just actually watching a very fun little documentary on all the different woodpeckers and how to tell the males and the females apart. I've also been reading a lot lately about there's been a lot of like really cool bird sightings in different parts of North America, like birds that aren't normally seen very often in these parts. And also in the UK, like there was this whole thing in this town called, I want to say it was called either Shelf or Shove. The scarlet tanager was spotted, and people are going crazy about it because it's, you know, a beautiful red bird, and also like you rarely if ever see them in this area. So people are pretty happy, and that's awesome. I love birds. They absolutely fascinate me. This glue is just getting oozy. Okay, let's just get the excess off my finger here so we don't make a big glue mess. And I wanted that to go about like that, I think. Okay, now everything needs a good smushing. And while we're smushing, I will move all this junk out of the way. I need to clean my desk. It's starting to get a little bit grubby here with paint and other things, but I'm gonna just wash it with some nice warm soapy water tomorrow probably. I need ink, which is around here somewhere. Put this blade away because I don't need it anymore. There it is. Oh, that would be an order for some things that I need arriving. Okay. So we're just going to ink over the plants to make them more brown. And then I need my black, whoopsie, get out of there. Here it is. So we have a tree to guide us back here. Just want to make these kind of quite squiggly feeling lines. A little like the illustrator has done with these back here. It's got these very kind of thick branches that he then feathers out into these green leaves that have sort of squiggly bits to them. So we're going to kind of copy just a tad this style of this. Okay, that's going to do it, I think. Maybe another little branch over here with more of these squiggly little leaves and a couple of extra branches. Then I need some green. Okay. Gotta get a little decisive here about the size of our piece. This tree I'd like to keep a little more of if I can, because I think it's important to the plot of what I've done here. Okay. All right, I now need to back this. And then I need to also decide, is it done? Isn't it done? Does it need more trimming? And also, does it need anything else? Oh, I also often like to use puzzle pieces on spine dangles. You can pop an eyelet through them easily, and they're very easy to work with in that respect. Yeah. I feel like I just want to mess with this more. Just not feeling the brown a whole lot, maybe. I don't know. I'm just gonna play until I feel like it's right. Yeah, I like the green. That makes me happy. Okay. I'm gonna spray it with some coffee because that's oxide. And that's going to give me a different texture, which I'm excited about. Also, I might take a little gold leafing. Or not leafing, sorry, just gold wax. And I'm going to, before I heat this, see if it does anything. I've been trying to think about this experiment, but I'm going to use some gold after. I just want to see if it will do much of anything. I don't think so. Not while it's wet. Too much, like, you know, wax and water don't want to coexist. Oh, and I just remember that marker I used is not waterproof, and oh my gosh, do I ever love what's happened because of that. See the green here, how it's spread like watercolor? Yes. See, now I want to play with those markers with coffee and oxide. Going to sop a little up. Yeah. And I think I'm going to change a bit of the color of those puzzle pieces. Even though those browns did bring me on a journey of like wanting to create a tree trunk, I feel like I can kind of use that guidance but still be able to change it a bit. I love this now. This paper is so yummy now. Okay. Yeah, this needs change for sure. These want to just be a little gold, kissed kind of with gold. I'm going to leave a little of the color there. Also a bit on the tail of this, and the little feather tips here. Good. And then just a little around here and there. Okay, much better. I also feel like I've got a bit of permission to make this a bit smaller now. But I don't need to be so heavily guided by that tree to try to make the colors make sense. Okay. Alrighty, so now we have this. And then I've got this. So this is like a really fun iridescent greeny bluey bit of scrap that I have, and it reminds me so much of the ruby-throated hummingbirds, like green bits, that even though this isn't a ruby-throated, I still think it's very hummingbirdish, and I would like to add it as a tab up here and stitch this. But I may shorten that a little. It's kind of big. Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, I am going to stitch this and be right back. All right, so we are back, and I've also done a bit of fun kind of leafy stitching on here in a couple of spots, right here and right here. Then I found my scrap that I was using, and because I did a lot of inking, I think I just want to put this scrap on the back as more just fun kind of colorful writing space. I think that would look nicer than that inky background, because I think I had a bit of wet coffee and ink on the table there when I decided I would smoosh that down. So the good news is we can use more of this lovely paper. It's from a big French children's book. It's got amazing shading, this particular book. That will cover up those stitches too. Yeah, then let's go with a little green. Good. Okay. Let's give everything a nice good press. All right, let's take a look at this. So that is pretty fun, I think. I quite like it. Very gold and lots of fun, like, you know, oxide and ink and all that in the background. And I think because I backed it in the same paper, it just feels very holistic and nice. So I'm quite happy with this little piece for today. So thank you for joining me. I will be back tomorrow with more Junk Journal Round Robin, and I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.